Pollinators are the unsung heroes of our food system. Did you know that about 75% of global agricultural production relies heavily on pollinating insects? From bees and butterflies to moths, ants, flies, and beetles, these creatures ensure the growth of vital crops like fruits, vegetables, oilseeds, and nuts. Among them, bees, especially solitary bees, stand out as exceptionally efficient pollinators. Unlike honeybees, solitary bees don't live in colonies, but their impact on pollination is profound. As we begin our journey into the world of bee hotels, let's first understand why protecting these pollinators is crucial for both our environment and our food supply. Fortunately, bee populations around the world are facing serious threats. Habitat loss, widespread pesticide use, and climate change are causing numbers to drop at an alarming rate. Bees need two basic things to survive: food and a safe place to nest. When these resources are scarce, pollinator diversity and pollination rates suffer. This decline doesn't just affect bees, it impacts our entire ecosystem and food security. That's why finding ways to support and conserve bee populations is more important than ever. An innovative solution to help bees is the creation of bee hotels. These artificial nesting structures are designed specifically for solitary bees, offering them shelter and safe breeding sites. Unlike honeybees, solitary bees don't live in hives or produce honey. Instead, they nest alone, often in hollow stems, wood, or even small cavities in stone walls. Bee hotels mimic these natural nesting sites, providing a valuable refuge for up to 100 different bee species. By installing bee hotels, we can actively support pollinator conservation in both rural and urban areas. Bee hotels are made up of small tubes or holes that resemble the natural nesting sites solitary bees prefer. These tubes can be crafted from bamboo, drilled wood, or even paper straws. The design and materials can vary, but the goal is always the same: to provide a safe, attractive place for bees to lay their eggs. Some bee hotels are as simple as a bundle of bamboo stems, while others use wooden boxes or mud bricks to attract different bee species. The key is to offer a range of tube sizes and materials to appeal to as many solitary bees as possible. Constructing a bee hotel can be a fun and rewarding project. Start with a frame or wooden box at least 20 cm deep and open at the front. Fill it with bamboo stems or drill wooden blocks of varying diameters. For extra protection, add a pitched roof to keep rain out. The outer structure can be made from pine, spruce, oak, or even mud bricks, which are especially attractive to certain bee species. Remember, the more variety in tube size and material, the more bee species you'll attract. Place your bee hotel in a sunny spot at least 3 to 5 feet above the ground and make sure it's stable and doesn't sway in the wind. You place your bee hotel matters just as much as how you build it. Choose a sunny location like a garden, wall, or fence, where the front of the hotel gets direct sunlight most of the day. Keep it near plants rich in nectar and pollen such as sunhemp, wingbeans, or tephrosia species. The surrounding landscape and climate can also affect how well your bee hotel works. Make sure the hotel is firmly fixed so it doesn't move in the wind, and avoid areas with too much shade or moisture. Each solitary bee nest is managed by a single female. She lines the inside of her chosen tube with leaves or glandular secretions, creating separate chambers for each egg. In every chamber, she places enough pollen and nectar for the larva to develop. Interestingly, female eggs are laid at the back of the nest, while male eggs are placed at the front. This arrangement ensures that males who develop faster can emerge first, making room for their sisters to follow. The queen may use several tubes during her life, continually building new chambers and laying eggs. Bee hotels offer a simple yet powerful way to support pollinator conservation. By providing safe nesting sites, they help boost solitary bee populations, which in turn improves pollination for crops and wild plants. Bee hotels are easy to build and install, making them accessible for anyone who wants to contribute to environmental stewardship. Whether in a backyard, community garden, or urban park, these structures play a vital role in creating resilient habitats for both native and non-native pollinators. Solitary bees are invaluable allies in pollinating our crops and flowers. By creating bee hotels, we can make a real difference in supporting these vital insects. Not only do bee hotels help increase bee populations, but they also foster healthier ecosystems and more resilient urban environments. Taking this small step is a meaningful way to participate in conservation and ensure a sustainable future for pollinators and people alike.